This is the Indiana versus Miami CFP National Championship preview.
All right, BNP family, buckle up. Tonight, the college football playoff national championship is in Miami, and it's not just in Miami. It's at the Hard Rock Stadium. Hurricanes are literally playing for the crown in their own building. That's like the universe handing you a final exam in your own living room.
And yet you're picking the wrong team. And the matchup is deliciously weird in the best way. It's Indiana, the most consistent, most dominant team all season, versus Miami, the we're not supposed to be here, but we are team that keeps refusing to die. This is where, or this is what the expanded playoff universe promised. New blood, new chaos, new legends.
Okay. Enough of that. Here's what the experts are saying. Let's start with what the experts and the betting markets are basically screaming. Indiana should win this, and they should win it by a landslide. Most predictions lean Hoosiers because Indiana has been flattening people left and right like a steamroller with shoulder pads.
Yes, the consensus logic is Indiana is more complete, more disciplined, less mistake prone. The line has Indiana favored by about a touchdown plus.
5.
That's not a coin flip. We respect Miami, but we trust Indiana.
And that's the vibe across the big outlets. Indiana's efficiency, Indiana's defense, Indiana's ability to win the boring parts of the game. But here's the part the experts also keep highlighting.
Miami's path is very real. Multiple previews are basically saying if Miami can make this game messy early, turnovers, sacks, hidden yardage stuff, then Indiana finally has to play from behind on the biggest stage.
Here's how Miami wins. I don't think they're going to, but listen up. Miami's upset recipe starts with 2 words. Run game. Don't make this a Carson Beck drop back festival against Indiana's pressure looks.
Right. A lot of analysis has pointed to Miami needing to stay balanced, and they absolutely do. Run it, shorten the game, and keep Indiana from getting comfy. The more possessions you create, the more Indiana's machine has a chance to, machine things.
Second, Miami's defensive front has to be the headline. Bain, Messidor, that pass rush has to make Indiana feel them, without Miami having to sell out and blitz themselves into mistakes.
And the chess match is wild because some breakdowns are pointing out Indiana also generates pressure at an elite rate, just in a different way. So for Miami, it's protect back, don't get stuck behind the chains, and don't give Indiana short fields.
Third, Malachi Tony explosives. Miami has to hit at least a couple blink and it's 6 plays because methodically, marching 12 plays on Indiana is a spiritual journey.
And Miami's home field edge is real, but it might be more like home zip code advantage. Indiana's fans are amazing and have traveled like a migrating swarm in this entire playoff series. So Miami can't really rely on vibes. They need points.
Now, here's how Indiana wins. I call it the no drama blueprint. Indiana wins if they keep being Indiana. Start fast, play clean, and turn Miami into a one-dimensional team.
A big theme in the previews is Indiana's fundamentals. Tackling in space, taking good angles, not giving up cheap yards after a catch. Because Miami will absolutely try to put you in an open field tackling survival show.
And then there's Fernando Mendoza, Heisman winner, calm operator, big-time playmaker.
Yes.
If Indiana can run it well enough to keep Miami honest, Mendoza gets to choose when to go vertical. And that is terrifying.
Also, Indiana can't get conservative because of title game nerves. Some analysts are basically warning, don't play not to lose against Miami's aggression. You go timid, Miami's pass rush is going to start dictating the entire movie.
People, money talks. It does. And this game is a small country's GDP.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
With a shoulder pad. So let's get to the part where your wallet starts sweating. The CFP money is outrageous.
Yes. At the conference level, the CFP revenue distribution for the season includes payouts tied to making the field, advancing rounds, and reaching the championship game, plus additional expense money per round. If you're a program in this game, you're generating serious conference revenue.
And in case you missed our podcast last week on the CFP money, Miami has another layer. Reports have highlighted the ACC's distribution approach. Lets Miami keep more of what it earns compared to the we share the pot setup you see everywhere else.
Yes. So now zoom out to the city, right? Miami's getting a tourism supercharge. Hotels, restaurants, events, fan festivals. Some local coverage has projected the economic impact in the hundreds of millions.
Ticket prices. Jesus. People.
Yeah, I thought we were going to be able to go.
Man. All right. Ticket prices. This is where the broadcast needs to hand out tissues because, again, real tears are being cried over here.
Multiple marketplaces. I don't even need to say multiple marketplaces. I've been checking myself every day, hoping to get somebody that can't go, putting their tickets up for sale. When we wrote this podcast, they were around $3,000. As of this morning, the cheapest ticket I could find was $4,500. And that's for the cheapest nosebleed seats are you even buying a ticket in the stadium? It's just, it's insane.
And it's not just the tickets. Parking has been its own villain as well. It's got its own villainy arc. The closer you get to the kickoff, the more it turns into, quote unquote, do you want to park or do you want to own a used Honda?
As of this morning, the cheapest parking is $265. And you pretty much need a shuttle to get to it. So face value has been reported way lower than resale value. So the secondary market is where the chaos lives right now.
All right, people, let's talk about underdogs and the history behind being an underdog and how often do they win, if they win at all. All right, so history nerd moment. How many times has the underdog actually won the CFP title? 3.
In the CFP era, the betting underdog has won the national championship 3 times. Ohio State in the first CFP title game, and then Clemson twice in the championship game. So it happens, but it's not the norm.
Translation. Miami isn't crazy for believing, but they do need to play the kind of game that makes the favorites start hearing footsteps. Next up, quick Michael Irvin moment, because, it's Miami. And listen, Michael Irvin fired up about Miami and the title run just feels right. Even though I'm going for the other team, it feels correct. The U mythology is part of the sports bloodstream.
It's also a reminder, Miami's brand is built on swagger and pressure. If they come out loose and violent at the line, the old school, we're the storm, energy can become very real for 60 minutes.
And then finally, picks. And a final word.
Well, we're not really picking yet. It was supposed to be a secret, but you said who you were for. And it's probably obvious who I'm going for, so.
Yeah, I see that. Head says Indiana. My heart says we're in Miami, baby. But if you want to hear our picks, you need to tune in at 6 p.m. when our picks go live.
Tonight. So tune in at 6 when our live predictions drop. I will say Michael and I are rooting for opposite teams and that I was right way more than he was in the quarterfinals and the semifinals. So
quick point. Even though I was wrong, none of the teams that I voted for who lost got blown out.
Did Miami get blown out? What are you talking about?
No.
Revisionistic history is happening here.
Ohio lost by 10. Okay. Georgia lost by, we're not going to talk about Georgia.
No.
They had it and they lost it. Ole Miss, they were close too. But Oregon, that's who you're going for. They got blown out. So did Texas Tech. So really, it sort of balances out. You know what I'm saying?
No?
All right. That's the morning fast break, people. Indiana versus Miami for the crown right here in Miami at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time tonight. And whatever happens, your group chats are not going to survive.
Go Miami.
Indiana.